Hey guys, it's Cat Stop the Chop, and today I'm going to show you my two Greatsword builds that I've been running. These both are totally different builds pretty much, and they'll both provide your team with different kind of warrior styles, but both of them are really useful as well. So I'll let you decide which one you want to run, and then you can take it to the test and tell me what you think. But yeah, I'm sorry about the lack of content lately, but not really being able to get into any tournaments since I actually lack a team at the minute. But hopefully I'll find one soon and can be able to get back on track with getting some good tournament games, especially with the paid tournaments now being out. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Also, don't forget to like, fave and subscribe and tell your friends to come and do the same, because it would mean a lot to me. Right guys, this is going to be the first build I'm going to show you of my Greatsword builds. This one I use is a super high damage, super high mobility build, just to be a real nuisance to the other team and to support your team with huge damage basically. You are quite squishy though with all the mobility you've got quite an evade, quite a lot of attacks through that, so you shouldn't really be getting hit anyway. But yeah, obviously I'm running with the Greatsword as my main weapon, and my offset I've got the one-handed sword and shield. I use with the one-handed sword because I love the mobility from Savage Leap and the nice cripple as well, and I love flurry for the immobilize and the huge bleed damage that you're going to get from it, which will help the build when I show you the triats as well. But yeah, you can run with the axe or the mace instead if you want. If you want some more damage, then go with the axe, or if you want the nice stun and the block, go with the mace if you feel a bit squishy. For a heal, I've got mending because I just love the curing conditions from that. I don't really have to run a utility for that when I'm running with mending. Doesn't heal as much as healing surge, but still curing the two conditions, and you don't have a massive health pool as you can see, so it's not that needed. For utilities, for Great Justice, because those buffs are OP. Bull Charge, just so you can get that 100 blades off when you really need it. And then Balance Stance, because I feel when you're running solo and even in the team, the stability is really powerful. Stops you getting knocked about, and you can just keep pumping out your huge damage while you've got it up. And for an elite, Signet of Rage, unless you're on foe fire in the first team fight, in which case I'll swap to battle standard, because you never know what's going to happen. If it all goes tits up, you can get your teammates back up. Yeah, moving on to my gear now. I run with Divinity on runes on my gear for the extra critical damage and the stats. On my sword I'm running with Superior Fire because I feel the AoE Flame Blast is pretty good in the team fight, and 1v1 it's still really good, and it procs quite a lot in this build since you've got quite a high crit chance. On my shield I'm running with Bloodlust just for the extra 250 power that you'll get rather quickly. And then on my Greatsword I'm running with Rage for the quickness proc since it's still really powerful. Don't know why they haven't nerfed it yet, and with this build, with the Nats proc in, you're going to have huge damage and you'll be attacking stupidly fast with it. Obviously, since it's a glass cannon build, you're running with Berserker's Amulet, so yeah, huge damage there. For crit chance I've got 52% and 52 critical damage, but obviously goes up to 72% crit once you pop your for Great Justice or your elite. Yeah, only got 22k health, which is I guess a bit low for a warrior, but with all the mobility you've got from this build, you can avoid everything pretty much. As for the triats, I'm running 20, 30, 0, 0, 20, and in our strength tree, obviously running with Berserker's Power, because having all that extra damage while you've got your adrenaline bar full is pretty nice. And then Greatsword damage is increased by 10%, that's my second one in that. In arms, got bleeds apply 50% longer, which is nice since you've got that, and you've got all the ones from your sword there. And then for my next one, Forceful Greatsword, getting might every time you crit with a Greatsword, and the cooldowns are reduced on all the abilities, which is pretty nice as well. Get 100 blades off more often. And then Last Chance for the quickness proc, since it's bloody powerful, is quickness, so I don't see why you wouldn't want it. And then in the discipline tree, I've got Signet Mastery just because I like that to come off cooldown really fast so I can get the buffs back up. And movement skills, Break and Mobilize, so that when you do leap or whirl away attack or rush or bulls charge, you break and mobilizes, which is pretty good anyway. So yeah, that's my glass cannon build, and in a sec I'll show you my other build once I've respect. Alright guys, so this is going to be my second greatsword build. This one's more of a balanced build. You still do decent damage, but your staying power is a lot higher since you're running a slightly more tanky build. So yeah, you won't be doing as much damage, but you'll hang around in the fights much longer if you're getting focused rather than you would with the other build. So again, greatsword is my main. Offset is one-handed mace and shield. Mending for the heal again. For great justice, shake it off and balance stance. And then battle standard for my elite. So yeah, for my runes I'm running with soldier, since the extra health and toughness really helps you stay around that bit longer, since now I'm running with 1.7k toughness instead of like 900. And I do have 23.5k health pretty much thanks to the extra vitality, and then the extra condition removals also really nice since it also affects your team. On my mace I'm running with superior water just for a little healing extra every now and again, since it'll proc pretty much every 10 seconds if you're always hitting someone. Then on my shield I'm running with leeching, so that when I do swap to that weapon set I'm going to get about a 1k heal anyway. And then on my sword, my greatsword even, I'm still running with the quickness, since it's ridiculous. Only got 12% crit in this because I'm running with a Valkyrie's Amulet with a Berserker's Jewel. Still got 40 crit damage though, so you will hit pretty hard when you do crit, even though you have a low base crit chance. Since in your Treax you're actually going to be running with unsuspecting foe in this build, since you are going to rely on your stuns to get the burst damage out. If you're a 1v1 in a team fight you might have your team stunning, so it might be a bit easier for you. But yeah, running 10, 10, 30, 20 in this one. Obviously it's a shout build really, with a greatsword. Pretty similar to what I've run with the hammer before, except I'm running with inspiring banners, got reflect missiles whenever you block, and obviously unsuspecting foe which I already spoke about. Then in discipline, adrenaline when you gain a shout, and movement skills, break and mobilize, since you still need to get the hell out of the way even though you are more tanky. But yeah, the shouts will pretty much heal you for about 1.5k as well as your team, which is nice, and balance stance will stop you getting slapped around like a wet fish. But yeah, that's this build. It's just basically a greatsword shout build. You can go try this one out as well if your team supports that kind of thing, and it will help your team out a lot. But yeah, run whichever build you guys think you'll enjoy the most, and I'll see you next time.